Okay, looks like everyone is here. Let's go ahead and get this started. According to the notes here, we have an issue before City Council today. The issue is street preaching. Alan Neville has requested a hearing on this issue. Is he here today?
Yes, he's here. He's right outside. I asked him to wait out there until you were ready.
Okay, bring him in.
Good evening, Councilwoman and Council Board members. Thank you for agreeing to hear my complaint.
Mr. Evil, you're welcome. It says here you are the Chief Financial Officer of Sod Incorporated. Is this right?
Yes, but I am here today as merely a concerned citizen. I wanted to do what is right for my community.
I see.
Mr. Evil, why do you want to file a complaint about street preaching?
For many reasons. Where should I start? It's disruptive, noisy, and unnecessary. If people want to hear the gospel, let them go to church on Sunday. Street preaching is bad on the local businesses also. I've heard several complaints from my friends who are shopkeepers. These street preachers are scaring away their customers. And it's just plain wrong to have someone out there trying to force their opinion on someone else. I'm tired of hearing them quoting their scriptures. It's absolute nonsense.
Well, I would have to disagree with you there. We have no legislation restricting any religion. Anyone can preach on the streets. Freedom of religion is good. Besides, we can all learn from each other. Mr. Evil, even you can preach on the streets, if you wanted to.
I'm sorry, Councilwoman. I haven't got time to preach. I'm a busy man here. Running an organization like SOD is a beast of a job. And I would like to get off work and not hear these men preaching a bunch of rubbish on the streets. It's extremely annoying to me. I'm sure you can understand that.
So you think that street preaching is disruptive, Mr. Evil?
Absolutely.
And you would prefer that we not allow it, right?
That's right. Like I said earlier, if they want to hear the gospel, let them go to church or something like that.
I see that you feel strongly about this issue, Mr. Evil.
I sure do.
Madam Councilwoman, there's a young lady outside that wants to speak on this issue.
Well, if Mr. Evil has nothing else to add to this discussion, you can bring her in. Hi there, young lady, what brings you before City Council today?
Well, I heard y'all were thinking about outlawing street preaching and I came to try to stop this from happening.
What is this? Who in the hell are you?
Mr. Evil, calm down. The young lady has the floor right now. Let her speak.
Young lady, continue on.
Well, my name is Keisha and I'm 19. I am a former prostitute and drug user. I've been off the streets and drug-free for 3 months now.
Well, congratulations to you, young lady. This is wonderful news.
Yes, Madam Councilwoman, what Jesus did for me is wonderful. I love the Lord because He rescued me from a life of abuse and misery. That is why I am here today.
I understand.
I came to know Jesus Christ as my personal Savior because one night Pastor Paul and Evangelist Silas were out there on the streets preaching the gospel. They told me that Jesus died to save people just like me. And that God was not condemning me but that He loved me and wanted to save me from a life of sin. My life hasn't been the same. If it weren't for these street preachers, I would still be lost. God knows I needed to be saved, but I never would have gone to the church because I was too ashamed of myself. I was too worried about what people were going to say about me, but because these street preachers were willing to come to me, it made it easier for me to get the help I needed. If it weren't for them, I would still be a prostitute right now. This is an amazing story.
Yes, it is.
I want to go back out there and help the other prostitutes find Jesus too. Pastor Paul and Evangelist Silas are going to help me get my ministry started. Madam Councilwoman, if you outlaw street preaching, I won't be able to go out there and help those girls.
Well, we're not saying we will outlaw street preaching. This is just a hearing. We haven't decided yet.
Well, I would just like to say that I was personally moved by Keisha's story, but it doesn't change the fact that street preaching is extremely disruptive to local businessmen. Not to mention it's extremely offensive to people of other religions.
Being slapped, punched, and kicked by your pimp is offensive too. Why doesn't Mr. Evil put in a petition to get the pimps out here shut down? Leave the street preachers alone.
All right. All right. Everyone just calm down a minute. I see the emotions are running very high. We will discuss the issue and make a decision in a few minutes, okay?
Yes, Madam Councilwoman.
Okay, we will take a brief recess and we'll make a decision shortly. Will you two please wait outside?
So, your name is Keisha, right?
Yes.
Well, let me formally introduce myself. I'm Alan and I work for SOD.
Alan, I've heard all about you and your organization. And I think you're wrong.
Keisha, I'm a nice guy, I really am. I'm just doing this as a favor to some friends of mine. I don't personally have a problem with street preachers.
Well, then your friends are wrong too.
You're a tough one, just like Pastor Paul.
I just believe in standing up for what's right.
How about you come work for me? What are you doing for money since you're not a call girl anymore? I sure can use a good secretary.
City Council has made their decision and they are waiting for you.
We have had some time to think about this. I want to say that you both made some brilliant points here. As Mr. Evil said, we surely want to keep our city civil and quiet. But this young lady Keisha has shown us some of the many benefits of street ministries. She is a fine example of how religion can help people rehabilitate their lives. Having said this, we have reached a decision. Mr. Councilman, please read the decision.
In the complaint filed by Mr. Alan Evil in regards to street preaching, we find that this activity is not harmful or detrimental to the peace and civility of our community. We reserve the right to review this issue in the future, but for now, we see no reason to outlaw street preaching at this time. Madam Councilwoman, is this the decision of City Council?
Yes, it is.
Okay, then this meeting is adjourned. Good day, ladies and gentlemen.
Keisha, the job offer still stands, if you change your mind. I don't hold grudges. You win some, you lose some. Ha 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 ha.
No thank you. I don't want to work for an organization that would try to stop people like me from hearing the gospel.
What, you're just gonna walk away? I don't freaking understand these people. They're a bunch of Jesus zombies. What a shame.